Hey y'all, gotta go switch vehicles. Listen to this. Y'all know I would y'all that's been around me for a while know I would do the videos on the picking a truck, commercial truck, big trucks, box truck, gang and all that other stuff back in the day. And yeah, I took all those. Most of them went away with the old channel. Some of them were on the Patreon, but until I get that all straightened out, I just slowing everything down. But anyway, I had to go, and I said that I was gonna pretty much stop doing them because, I mean, for lack of better words, it was more of a waste of time. People would ask, and you provide it, and they never used it or whatever the heck. Anyway, I had to go to the international dealer up in San Antonio to I had to have one of my trucks fixed. Went to pay the bill, and so my guy can get in it and get back at it. And was talking to service writer there, because I'm cool with all those guys. And it was a guy, somebody, I don't know him, owner operator, single truck guy, tow truck, towing business, just like me. With a carrier, the car carrier. And he had put it in the shop. Now, let me preface this to some that don't know. Now, the ones that know, they just know. I made multiple videos saying that you just can't have, just having one truck. If you only got one truck, I don't care if you hauling gravel over the road, or local or whatever, if you only have one truck and that truck go down, you're in a world of hurt. Unless you got so much money stacked up where you can keep taking care of yourself. But and even at that point, having money stacked up ain't what it's all about. The deal is taking care of your customers, because that's where the money comes from. You towing cars come from people needing cars, go to the shop, people having accidents, da-da-da. Yeah, accidents is part of the game. If you hauling freight, it's cartage companies calling you to move freight. Whatever, if you're an equipment hauler, which is also, that's my end of the trucking thing, because we don't do freight, we do equipment, specialized transport. You do that. That's people calling us to get this grader moved, getting this dozer moved, getting this frac pump moved. That's, if they don't that's where your money come from. But in his case, it comes from cars, from towing. Even though cars are a very small part of my business. My business is the commercial trucks, 18-wheelers. The after effects of the pandemic, the Kofi pandemic is still screwing with supply side of things on getting mainly electronic parts and repair parts. And then the Taiwan deal, the flood, the flood is over, and they trying to get TSMC is trying to get caught back up. But anything needing chips and whatnot, you still playing catch up. I said all that to say his truck was sitting in the shop for over 2 weeks, sitting at the dealership for over 2 weeks, just waiting on two parts. They'd already diagnosed it. This is bad and this is bad. It took a week, a little over a week just to get that part. Then took 2 weeks to get that part. Okay, now that the parts is in, now you go into rotation, because it ain't like you put a truck in the shop and tear it apart and it just takes up a space doing nothing while they're waiting on parts. No. That's not how it works. It only works that way. Like if the part is at some warehouse and it'll be there 8 o'clock tomorrow morning or some kind of crap. Besides that, your truck is pulled out, and then the next truck in line, go ahead and get repaired so they can, get stuff out. Now, his truck sat, got the parts. His truck get in line now 2 weeks later. Right under 2 weeks. Your truck is, after they got the parts, truck's fixed, come and get it. He went and got the truck. The service writer, my buddy Avery, he was telling me that the dude said he's done. And cause, he hadn't been long started, and he like, I'm done. I'm just going to put the truck up for, then I said, is he going to put the truck up for sale? He said that's what he was alluding to, because he don't have any customers left. And see, this is the thing. Your shops, if you're doing shops or dealerships or motor clubs, which I don't monkey with, and I've done 3, 4, 5 videos on that motor club garbage. But people say, well, it's a necessary evil. No, it's just evil. But but anyway, I done that. Well, hold on. Let me start my horse and let it get the building up air, and then we'll shift over to that and finish up there. But anyway, they call you and they say, hey man, I got this car hit. Oh man, my truck is down, it's in the shop. And you only got one truck. My truck is down, it's in the shop. All right, man. Well, holler back at us when you get it done. Then Bliss said, my truck is down, still down. It's in the shop. They waiting on parts. They waiting on parts. Oh, and I lied to y'all. I said 2 weeks. It was 3 weeks to get it was 2 weeks to get one part, right under 2 weeks to get one part, and 3 weeks for the other part. And you say, well, no need of pulling it in to put on that one part and then push it outside. Then when they just wait on both parts, get in, put them in, do them both at once. They're gonna stop calling you. They're gonna stop calling you, and they're gonna call the other guy. Now, here's the thing: forming alliances. Now, no matter how long you've been doing this, you lucky if you got somebody that you can call that'll back you up, that won't stroke you out of anything while you're getting your stuff fixed. Okay. Now, being you're the new guy, owner op, didn't come from, that area. It's in, they said he's out of Kyle, Texas. Kyle is south of Austin. It's before you get into Austin, Texas. Okay. And, so then the shops and dealerships or whoever, they're going to have to go back to whoever they were using before they stopped using them to call you. So more than likely, that's just where they're going to stay if they wasn't having them kind of problems. This company, they was this and they was that, but they got 9 trucks. We never had to wait until they got a truck fixed to get something, whatever. So even though he paid them to fix his truck, they told me how much it was. I ain't gonna say nothing, but it is what it is. These electronic parts on these commercial diesel trucks is expensive. And so he paid the bill, but he I don't have any customers. They're all gone. I'd only been, this was 7 months in, so I don't have a hardcore customer base. And he learned already, and he said, man, he said something. He said, I mentioned you because you always talk about the motor club stuff. And I said, what do you mean? He said the only thing left is motor clubs, and I can't live off of that. And I said, dude, yeah, that's what he said. He said, that's what he said. I said, you can't. I said, the only way you can live off motor club, you better be doing something else. Now, if you had a repair shop and your own tow truck, then yeah, you can do that, because The motor club is just, you're just using them, hopefully, to get a couple of them cars broke down into your shop where you can charge your regular prices. But that's the way it used to be from the Great Depression all the way up. The shops and the towing companies start splitting around in the 70s. It was a handful of holdouts into the 80s, but after that it was gone, because every gas station / service station / auto repair shop / body shops, they had their own tow trucks. But federal regulations and all that other stuff, and it split the two entities in half. First the feds done it, then the states finished it off. But it's not illegal, it's just not feasible anymore. I'm saying all that to say that there's proof positive, and it's bad for this guy. I don't know him, but that's still a bad deal. When I tell people, man, you gotta start with 2 trucks. You know, if you're doing something specialty like towing, tandem dump trucks. You know, you can't go rent a tandem dump truck. You can't go rent a 50-ton wrecker. You can't go rent a 10,000-pound deck car carrier. Well, you can take a pickup truck and a dolly and see. I know I always get people say some of the goofiest SHIT, and I'm like, man, sometimes the best thing to say is nothing. Because, man, do you know how stupid you sound? And the people that say that stuff are the people that ain't doing the stuff that they trying to suggest out to the rest of the world. Dude, stop. If you in the regular transportation part where you a member of the box truck gang or road tractor, you know, you even regional, local, or lower 48, that's different. Even though you still would rather have another truck, but you can rent a tractor. You can rent a box truck. Now, granted, you need to be established because they just won't rent to anybody. But if you buy it like you buy a used truck from a new truck dealer, like you bought it at a Freightliner dealership in South Carolina, or you bought it at Peterbilt dealership in Indianapolis, or whatever the hell, they're all tied into lease companies. International is tied into Ideal Lease, where you can lease tractors. You can rent a tractor, rent a box truck, rent a reefer box truck. Okay. Kenworth and Peterbilt is owned by PACCAR, and they got Pack Lease, where same thing. You can rent a box truck, you can rent a tractor, you know, you can rent Freightliner is tied in with Ryder. They're not subsidiaries, but for somehow they got a grouping somehow. So you have that. And so you can put that in the deal. Hey, man, I'm going to buy this truck. Yeah, it's used. Hey, man, can I, what's the process of me signing up, getting the paperwork and whatnot done just in case I need to rent a truck? And you can probably leverage them on the sale, not for them giving you something, but, getting you in the system. So in case this truck, breaks down or whatever the heck need to be repaired, it don't cost you nothing if you don't use it. But if that tractor that you brought in 6 months breaks down and needs repairs, hopefully you made enough money in that time where you can fix it. Now, a new truck, you ain't got to worry about it. It's under warranty. That's up to them to pay for the towing and the repair. So then at least you can rent a box truck, a reefer box from Pack Central, from Pack Lease, to run while the Peterbilt dealer is fixing the truck that you bought from them. You won't be making no money, but your customers is still getting their product. You delivering frozen fish for Frank's Fish, whatever the heck. He don't know that ain't your truck. The only thing Frank's Fish know is that frozen fish is still coming. So he's still paying you the original thing. That's what I'm saying. So starting off in specialty operations with one, that's like having one cement truck. That's like you starting out in the concrete business and you got one cement mixer. No, you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna, I don't give a damn what brand it is, what age it is, it's going to break. Everything breaks. Everything breaks. So, cautionary tale, another cautionary tale. I don't know the guy. Hope he, go hopefully wherever he came from, whoever he is working for, hopefully he got a good relationship with him where he can go back. Hopefully it wasn't a hostile thing, but hell, everybody hiring for everything down here. Now you can't go nowhere in Texas without seeing hiring, all positions, all shifts, hiring, help wanted, help wanted. These signs are everywhere, but everybody walking, sitting on their ass, biting, and got them used to sitting on their ass, doing nothing, waiting on a stimmy. You freaking morons, you. Anyway, that's what I want to get off into that. I just want to talk about that. It's next to impossible to start out with one truck in a specialty market and have that truck fail and you rebound. Because normally, like I say, even in that 7 months, you just came across this groundswell of money, from doing the business. It's from people calling you. And when they can't get a tow out of you for a month, a little over a month, they're gone. Dude, I'm telling you, after they done called 2, maybe 3 times, Nick, yeah, hey man, okay, all right, man. Well, let me call Brad's Towing and whatnot. I can't stand them, but let me call them, get back with me. Tomorrow, same thing. 3rd day, next thing. 2 days later, same thing. Dude, they're gonna stop calling. You need to start with 2 trucks. Even if you buy a used one and a new one, or 2 running used ones, which don't make no sense to me, because your portfolio will look better when you buy a new truck and you can get a used truck. That dealership will sell you 2 trucks. People, I can't afford it, dude. You have no idea how much money you save in the long run buying a new truck over a new truck. You're thinking of this year or this moment or this right now. You're not thinking right. If you look in the long run, you come out a hell of a lot better buying a new truck from the jump. And more often than not, with a new truck, if you know you already got a lock on the hustle you about ready to get in, you don't have to buy it with money up front like you would on a used truck. Used truck, ain't nobody letting you leave out of there. And with no money down and whatnot, especially on a new endeavor. No, new truck, yes, because it's a new truck. They can recoup that easier. But I ain't gonna get into the finance thing on that. I'm just keeping it base level. You cannot afford to start with 1 truck. You need to start with 2 trucks. Even if you start with 2 used trucks, and whichever one's better than the other, and you drive that one, and as you make a little nickel, put a tire on that one. Put another tire on, because that's $500. Make it a little bit, okay, I buy some new batteries for it. 2 weeks later, I get 3 weeks later, I get that cracked windshield. So when this BIHH, when this finally break on you for something and need repairs, you can drive that one. Don't think of it that you losing money for having a truck sitting. If it's not burning diesel and it's not leveraging your insurance if it's sitting still. Okay, do you have the note? Yes. Can you afford, I say it's all in the math. How much is the note? Yeah. What's your projected, what is this contract worth? What is the current diesel prices? How much is your insurance? Are you taking out 7% for wear and tear? 7% for wear and tear. What? 7% for wear and tear. 7% for wear and tear. Yeah. All right. After you take all that, what is left? What do you have left on your monthly project? All right. After I do all that, I only have $2,910 left. How much is that truck note, that second truck that you was looking at? It's $1,000. You're good. Get the truck. Now, what's your projection? What's left? $1,200. How much is the truck? $1,000. Nope, because you need at least 50% overage. You need at least 50% overage. That's it. You know, that's it. If you can't cover two trucks, you probably don't need. In the specialty market, you probably want to wait until you get some other options and money up from other places. Single truck, like I say, road tractor, box truck, ignore all that. Get you a lease, get hooked up with Penske or Ryder or Ideal Lease or Salem National Lease or one of them, because you're good. That truck breaks, you're already in the system. Don't wait until the truck breaks and trying to get you an account set up at Penske. Because see now, or at Ideal Lease, because now, see the deal, Peterbilt already sold you the truck. So you go back, hey man, remember, hey, how you doing? Man, I'm having second thoughts, man. I think can you try to help me up with Pack Lease? I don't know, man. You got to be this, that, and other. But when you ain't bought the truck yet and you're buying the truck, they will hand carry you from that sales floor to the other end of the building where the Pack Lease office is and sign your punk ass up. International will drag you over when you buying the truck over to the Ideal Lease side to sign you up. They already got your information because you're buying this truck. So that box truck breakdown, Ideal Lease will rent you a box. If they ain't got one at that location, they'll send one from one of the other neighboring Ideal Lease locations. You buying from Freightliner, they'll send, that tractor, they get you from Ryder, the Freightliner and Ryder, like I said, they're in Penske, they're just Penske. But anyway, then you can run with a single truck. Specialty work, concrete, towing, heavy haul, tandem dump services, tanker services. You can't survive with one truck. That's all I gotta say. You need to have two trucks in the specialty market, whether it's just you driving by yourself or you got somebody else driving the truck, the other truck a couple of days a week. Specialty market, you need to start with two trucks. The odds of you making it over the hump with one truck, not breaking down for nothing until you done finish paying that truck off to buy a second truck. The odds of you driving that truck, the average note is 5 years, 5 to 7 years. The odds of you driving a truck 5 years every day and is not breaking down until you pay for it is slim to none. Okay? That's all I got. I hope this reached the people that need this message. I done gave this message before, but like I say, Massive Dynamic took all that stuff away. If it's something you need to hear, there it is. Y'all be good and be safe. Bye.